Hey, Alexis Love Beauties and Flawless Man. That is right. Let's talk about the okra water that has been going viral. And this is going to be a very informational video. This time around, I am trying something different. I had made some okra water for myself, some okra water for a friend of mine, but for the friend of mine, I just decided to do a strawberry lemonade for this being somebody's first time trying it. And yeah, I didn't want to throw the person off with it being directly okra water. As you can see, okra is very healthy. It doesn't have anything in it. The percentages is low, and it's a really good food. So okra is a superfood, and I'm just going to talk in this video and you'll see me preparing this drink. But okra to me is a superfood, and a superfood just means that it's very powerful and it works immediately. The results that I have gotten from drinking this okra water has been active. When we say active ingredients, that means that it's real, it's pure, it's going to do exactly what it says it's going to do. Anytime you take a medicine, it should do exactly what it says it's going to do, especially when it is natural. So everybody is just talking about how drinking okra water makes your vaginal wetter and all of these different things. Y'all excuse me for the terms, but like I said, we finna get into this. It's not just about vaginal wetness. It's not just about a woman tasting good and different things like that. This is your health in general. Okra water is beneficial for men and women simply because we have body tissue. The body is made up of 100% of tissue. When we gain weight, that fat that we like to call fat, or sometimes we call ourselves big boned or overweight, is nothing but excess body tissue. That body tissue, come on, Jesus, is being dehydrated throughout the day. You're working, you're eating, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're moving around. When you give out that energy, you have to restore that energy. To me, there is some type of electrolyte in the okra because it gives you energy. My personal experience with the okra water is it does increase libido. When you take something or you try something and you see what they said is good for, you have to see if that works for you. I have gotten all of the benefits that I researched about okra water. It is good for libido. It is good for brain health. It's good for sex drive. It's good for overall womb health and genital health in general because of that body tissue. Okra is just like slippery elm tree bark. Before there was, people were using okra, they were using slippery elm tree bark, and they would go and cut a tree and they would get this slime out of the tree, that mucilage, which is what that okra produce. You can do either okra or you can do slippery elm tree bark. It might be easier to get your hands just on some okra out the grocery store. Back in the day, they used that okra water to help women induce childbirth, to have a simpler and smoother child process. And then also it was good for keeping their womb healthy and balanced as well. This is nutritional. This has a lot of benefits. It's a beneficial food. We cannot lose energy and just keep losing energy. We have to restore that. Okra water is not just good for the way that you taste, the way that you want to feel down there. This is good for your overall mental health. It does really, really good for the brain. And for me personally, it's just something that you might have to control yourself if it does work for you in that state of libido. But this is just not for your desire. This is for your health in general. So y'all are going to see this video play back just because I have a little bit more to say. But okra water is not just for your, wetness and different things like that. It was used a lot back in the day for older women when they could not. So, there's just different things that a woman and a man's body go through that would make their sexual parts not work like that. So then you would do something like this. But the reason why I would recommend for us to just drink it in general is that way we don't have to run into those sexual problems. It's going to be really good for a man. Be sure to watch that video about erectile dysfunction. It's a really good food for men, helping them get that body tissue, helping them get that blood flow, because it's good for blood flow. So I think this is why it plays a good part in that libido increase as well. Libido is your sex drive. You can also get an increase in that from your berries and your fruit and different things like that. When you're eating like this, it's not just for a temporary one night stand. This is a lifestyle. When we're eating like this, we're not worrying about, oh, I'm finna blow this person's mind so they won't leave me or different things like that. That is what some people are on. But on this channel, we're about health. We're making sure we're good in general. For our women, we're prepping ourselves to be good mothers. We're prepping our womb to have life to come out of us. So we're not talking about how good it's going to be. We are preparing our bodies for the future. So when we have children, if we don't already have children, then we're going to say, okay, I know I've been drinking that okra water for years. My baby's not going to have a hard time coming out. This might even reduce the contractions and all different types of things. So this is a hygiene. This is a hygiene routine. This is not just some type of one night stand thing because somebody trying to look, feel good or taste good for somebody. That's the level that we have to get to when we start talking about things. This is for our health in general. Our body have different pHs. Our body experience different things as well. We have different type of odors coming out of our body. We have hair on different parts of our bodies. Like this is a hygiene routine. It's not just about, again, like a one night stand or just trying to look or feel good. Sometimes when I drink a lot of this, I get a little lightheaded. I get a little headache. I would advise to just drink like an 8 to 16 ounce cup a day. You have to watch your body. You'll learn the different things. You'll learn how much to cut back on, but I would still encourage you to do your extended research to see how much you should drink. And then this is just something that you have to try to see how it works for you. I believe in mind fermenting for a long time. And that could be part of the problem why I'm getting a headache as well. So I might just switch that up with letting it sit for a couple of days and taking the okra out. I keep the okra in even when it's fermented. So I made this lemonade and I let it sit for 5 days and I still got the okra in there just because I don't be feel like going back. But fermentation just means how long you let something sit. So when you put the okra in your water, the longer you let it ferment, the longer it's going to extract the mucilage from the okra, and that is going to combine with whatever liquid that you have. That is a process of extraction. There is different ways how you can get your nutrition into your food or into your body. But the number one way to get something into your body quick is by doing it in a liquid form, doing it in a maybe in a powder form. It's always better to get your nutrition in a liquid because it binds with your blood and the water and the liquids that you have in your body first versus trying to break it down into a solid. So it's going to be better to drink maybe some okra water versus taking like a pill or something like that. So it's always good to get things extracted if you can. So this is exactly what we're doing. We're fermenting this. We're letting that sit. Just like if you go in the store and you see like a purple cabbage, that's a fermented cabbage. It's set in the sun longer, so it has more nutrients. It has more benefits. People are here just slanging on okra water, letting it sit for a day. Like, oh girl, I'm finna pull up on this dude. Let the okra water sit and ferment, and then don't just be trying to do it because you're trying to pull up on this dude or you're trying to pull up on this girl. This is good for tissue health. This is good for your mental health. This is good for brain health. This is good for your skin. This is good for your organs, your joints. This is good for your overall hydration in your body. This is good for colon health. I've noticed this helping me go to the restroom. We move around, and I don't know if you've ever heard before, like your body part kind of like creaking. You know how like a car door would do if you heard like the well, I heard that like a couple times in my right knee doing some squats, and I heard like a little click noise. That could be because there's not enough of, well, actually I've seen that on a Human Anatomy channel that they said sometimes like when we pop our knuckles and we get that urge that we want to crack our fingers, that's because it's some type of it's just a passing of the body, like some air or something that's trying to get through. So it just makes you want to pop those. Nothing wrong with that. But our body has different joints, and we need that slip in our body. So that's what okra does. That's what aloe vera does. Slippery elm tree bark. We need the slip so our body can just still be active, still move around, because we're not supposed to be stiff in our body. And if you're dehydrated or you're lacking nutrients, you can become stiff in your body. This okra water is going to help you to be able to relax and move around. Again, it's good for hair, skin, nails, oral hygiene. It's really good for oral hygiene. So after I'm done drinking my drink, I chew the okra. This is good for your overall health. So I want you to look at this in a different way. If you're looking forward to trying the okra water for beginners, I want you to try it in an organic drink. Try it in a drink first. That is going to this was one of the best drinks I've ever had in my life. This day forth, I will not be doing okra water. I will follow up with the water, but I'm going to be doing it in this lemonade, this organic strawberry lemonade. It was absolutely delicious. The possibilities and the benefits are endless to this simple hygiene routine, but I want you to do your extended research. When you go and you research things, you're looking to see what they're saying about it. You're looking at the reviews to see what people had experienced as far as any side effects or the benefits that they have gotten. Then it's just on your faith. It's on how you believe. And when you try something, you want to try that in a small percentage because you don't know how your body is going to respond. And then you want to focus on that one thing that you added into your lifestyle to see if that's something that's working or is just something that you're doing that's taking up space. If it works for you, if you see some of the benefits, then that is working for you and it's a good thing that you want to do. This is a good thing that I want to do, especially with the colon health that I'm seeing. So someone having a colonoscopy and going through that and having a hard time with fire and using the restroom, okra water is going to be very good for you because it's going to coat, come on Jesus, what the water is doing is it's coating the organs. It's coating the organs. It's preventing you from getting dehydrated. It's preventing you from getting constipated. And when you have that release, when you use the restroom, because you have did this as a routine, that okra water is going to go in and it's going to rejuvenate. It's going to restore the water that you lost. Anytime you go to the restroom, anything that we do, every time that we move, we are losing. We always have to restore our energy. This is great. This is so great. This is so great for overall health. I love it. I'm super excited that it's went viral, that I've taken the time to look into it. I've been drinking it for about, I want to say 3 months. It hasn't been like an everyday thing, but it's been a back and forth thing. And I'm learning as I go. This is the way that I'm going to do it. I absolutely love it. Again, for beginners, I would say drink at least 8 to 16 ounces, maybe a day or every other day, and just focus on this one thing. If you're taking like some other type of medication or something, take that to the Lord and let him know. And then the Lord will direct you as well. Because if you ask me, I just feel like it's some stuff that we don't need to be taking medicine for and we can figure it out another way. But I never want to be insensitive with that because I feel like there is some things that people do need medicine for. But I always encourage you to do your extended research on things that's more natural because you may be able to, well, I ain't gonna say may be able to, you are able to heal yourself. This is a really, really good food. I love it. I want you to try it and start small. And I would not recommend giving this to children at all. I would recommend this to just being for adults 18 and older. Again, this is a routine. So it's good to have this in your body. This is going to be good for women that can't have children, women that were told that they can't have children because this induces that libido. This induces fertility as well. So this is a powerful, powerful food. And again, everything that you do works on your faith. Somebody can drink the okra water and feel like, man, it ain't work for me. It ain't do nothing for me. And then you have somebody like me. Anytime we talk about food and we talk about health, the benefits of it, it still works with your faith. You still have to believe that it works. This is that okra water or okra lemonade after 5 days. This is what it looks like. And as you can see, the okra has binded with that lemonade. And this is one of the best, I promise you, one of the best, delicious, most nutrient-filled drinks that I've ever had in my life. This is so delicious. I love it. I enjoy making this. Oh, and another thing, with the slippery tree embark or with the okra water, that is also good for healing wounds as well. That's another reason why they use it in traditional folk medicine to heal wounds. After you try this, let me know in the comment section how you loved it.